Hello everyone, back tuning into today's first video, to JMA Friday for today's first video. So as always on a Friday, we're having a look at the weather for the next 30 days for the month ahead with Japanese and southwest beauty models, and I shall get on with that for you very shortly. Just so we've got a 10 to 14 day video update coming up later on with all of the regular features. And the ECMWF 42-day look ahead, which gets us to Christmas, can you believe, for the first time. See what the ECMWF extended model is forecast. That'll be around sort of 5 to 6 o'clock, something in that bracket tonight, or late this afternoon, early evening, between 5 and 6. And I think quite a bit better today, actually. So that the brain fog and that has lifted, and I'm feeling much more myself. So as long as there's no, no more migraines and whatnot today, then I'm hoping that I will be able to do a little stream after 10 and have a look at the GFS 18Z, which I think will be a lot of fun. But again, if I have like a migraine or something later on today, then I won't be able to do that. So just keep an eye on the, on the community page at YouTube, and also on the social media accounts, and I should inform everybody a little bit later on whether we're definitely doing a stream after 10. But I think, as I am at the moment anyway, I think I'll be able to do it. Right, so kicking it all off, a busy day to come. Kicking it all off is a JMA Friday. So these are the 500 millibar height anomaly flow charts from the North Pole view down. North Pole just here, wider Arctic Circle is around there, of course, and mid-latitudes of Northern Hemisphere are around there. So blue is extrapolating to below average heights, which is low pressure, yellow, orange, and red. Extrapolate to above average heights, which is high pressure. These are broken down into weekly periods. The first weekly period takes us from today, the 13th, through to the 20th of November. The coming week looks mild, with above average heights to our south and east. And then we've got below average heights out to our west and northwest. The flow and the jet will be doing something a little bit like that. So on the mild side of jet stream, and these areas of low pressure will bring outbreaks of rain in from off the Atlantic, particularly to more northern and western parts of the country. Some of that rain will get down into the south and into the southeast at times too. Moving through to week 2, which takes us from the 20th, 27th of November, we have, again, below average heights to our north. We have above average heights to our south. Winds are still coming up from like a west-southwesterly direction. It should be pretty mild, back with the driest weather in more southern and eastern parts, country close to high pressure. Wettest weather is away to the north and west, with the low pressure out to the north and the west. And then weeks 3 and 4 takes us from the 27th of November to the 11th of December. And the below average heights, the low pressure sort of deepening to the north. The above average heights, the high pressure, look like they're pulling out into the middle of the Atlantic, really. So this is unsettled and could be a bit colder as well, actually. Although it's Atlantic driven, I think with the above average heights, the high pressure pulling out into the middle of the North Atlantic, we could well be sort of sending the jet stream on more of a northwest southeast alignment. So unsettled and possibly a little bit colder as well as we come to the end of November and into the beginning of December. This is tropical mid-latitude view with the JMA. So again, British Isles is in the top right-hand corner of the chart as you are looking at it. Reminder of that week 1, 500 millibar height anomaly from the 13th to the 20th of November. So we have the above average heights sitting to our south, but below average heights away to the west and northwest. Jet stream doing something a little bit like that. So the temperature anomaly is significantly above average in the week ahead. Really, really mild week to come. There we go. So we're in those orange colours. That's around 3 degrees above average. Particularly so for England and Wales, but most parts of Europe also looking very, very mild as well. North America is also very mild. So both sides of the Atlantic, really, really mild in the week ahead. And the precipitation anomaly is wetter than average too. Particularly so for more northern west parts of the country, but all areas coming out wetter than average. So yeah, mild and wet, low pressure in control in the week ahead. Week 2 takes us from the 20th, 27th of November, with again the high pressure to our south. The low pressure is away to the northwest. The jet streams push northwards as well. So, still milder than average. Temperature anomalies are slightly above average in week 2. around 1 to 2 degrees above. So yeah, pretty mild week still to come even then. Not as warm as the first week, but nevertheless still very, very mild really. And the rainfall anomaly is drier though, so it's still a bit wetter than average for Scotland, but for England and Wales, and also probably for Northern Ireland as well, it's becoming drier than average. And then we move through to weeks 3 and 4, which takes us from the 27th of November to the 11th of December, into the last month of 2020, can you believe it? With the below average heights again to our north, but the above average heights look like they're pulling out into the middle of the North Atlantic, and so I thought this might start sending jet stream on a little bit more of a northwest-southeast alignment, possibly. That might start to get something a little bit cooler going. Possibly even a little bit colder for more northern parts of the country. Let's have a look at temperature. I mean, yes, we see the temperature is beginning to fall. I mean, even here, we're still like a little bit above average, actually, for most parts of the country. But clearly you can see that in the Atlantic, it's becoming a lot cooler. So a lot cooler in the North Atlantic. And those cooler temperatures, colder temperatures, are edging towards us. It's a 2-week anomaly as well, remember, so it's transitional. Could be something like the high pressure weeks in week 3, and then by week 4 we get ourselves into a northerly. Something like that could be going on there, actually. So just generally a little bit colder by the time we get through to like the very end of November, and particularly I think into the early part of December. And the precipitation anomaly is still above average rainfall there in weeks 3 and 4. Above average precipitation, I suppose I should say, given that some of that, as the temperature falls, might start to turn a little bit more wintry, particularly so in the north. Right, that's a JMA done. Let's see how the CFS V2 compares. So again, these are 500 millibar heights broken down into week periods. The first week period takes us from the 13th to the 19th of November. The coming week will have the above average heights to our east and south, with the below average heights to our west and northwest. Jet stream and flow is being pushed northwards. So we're looking very mild. We're looking very mild in the week ahead. And unsettled too, particularly so in more northern west parts of the country, but all areas really will be quite unsettled in the week ahead. I've got agreement between the JMA and CFS model for week 1, as is week 2 really. This is week 2 from the CFS, takes us from the 20th 26th of November, with high pressure again to our south, low pressure is to our north and northwest. So looking rather flat with the flow and with the jet stream too. Maybe. It looks mild for this week as well, but probably a little bit drier for more southern parts of the country, but unsettled in the north and in the west. Week 3 is going to take us from the 27th of November to the 3rd of December, with above average heights then through central parts of Europe and begin to reach northwards a little bit as well. So this just looks like it's getting more settled really, but probably mild still. The wind's coming up from west-southwesterly direction, but I think this is turning more settled, more towards higher pressure as we go from the end of November and into beginning of December. And then week 4 looks very interesting. This is the 4th to the 10th of December, with the high pressure then moving up towards Scandinavia. So that high pressure is reaching northwards from like Central Europe up to Scandinavia. Low pressure down across Spain, and winds probably pulling into the east here. Looks like the ridge is also extending out towards some North Atlantic blocking as well. So that could be quite a lot colder, I think, as we go from the 4th through to the 10th of December, with signs of easterly winds and possibly even a Scandinavian high. Week 1 temperature anomaly from the CFS V2 from the 13th to the 19th of December is milder than average, substantially so. We're like, particularly for England and Wales, around 3 degrees, 2.5 to 3 degrees above average. Week 2 temperature anomaly from the 20th, 26th of November is also mild than average. Not as mild in week 2 as it is in week 1, but nevertheless it's still quite substantially above average, certainly around a degree, if not more, above average. Week 3 is the 27th of November to 3rd of December, going closer to average there. So possibly some frost and fog beginning to develop as that high pressure starts to take over. And then week 4, look at this, goes colder than average, with easterly winds in week 4, the 4th to the 10th of December, in those dark green colours. So on the temperature scale, On the temperature scale, I think the dark greens get us down to around 2.5 degrees below average. So potentially bitterly cold, actually. Bitterly cold from the 4th to the 10th of December there with the CFS feature. It's 4 weeks away. It's a really, really long way out. So don't get excited about this. But week 4, 4th to the 10th of December, Scandinavian high, easterly winds and bitterly cold air coming in from the east on JMA Friday today. Not very often we get to say that. Right, this is how the rainfall anomaly is looking for week 1. It takes us from the 13th to the 19th of November. Wetter than average in the week ahead, so a very mild and wet week to come. Week 2, rainfall anomaly, is the 20th, 26th of November. That one is also slightly wetter than average for more northern and western parts of the country, near normal, further south and east. Week 3, we're losing the signal now, 27th of November, 3rd of December. Just close to average, really, but probably aimed at going on the dry and average side as the high pressure begins to build up from the south. And then week 4 is drier than average. This is the 4th to the 10th of December. Scandinavian high is dominating, so winds are in from the east. We've blocked off the Atlantic. It means we haven't got rain-bearing weather systems, and so it goes drier than average. But remember, what precipitation does fall then, if that comes off, what precipitation does fall will fall as snow on bitterly cold easterly winds. That would be particularly so for more southern and eastern parts of the country, exposed from those easterly winds running over the North Sea, of course. So what do we make of that then? Very interesting, wasn't it? Very interesting JMA Friday today. Please don't get too excited about what that's showing for week 4. I mean, it's very interesting that the CFS and also, to some degree, actually, the JMA indicating things going a bit colder for the early part of December, but no more than that at this stage, because we're talking about really long way off. It's just a snapshot of what these two models are showing today. They could all look very, very different next week, so that's always the caveat with any forecast beyond 5 to 7 days. But interesting developments with JMA Friday today, and I can tell you about the shorter range models are also looking quite interesting today as well. So we'll have a look at those in today's 10 to 14 day V update, and that will be coming up later on this afternoon. Got the ECMWF 42 day look ahead taking us right up to Christmas, around sort of 5-6ish, and all being well, we'll be live streaming the pub run after 10 o'clock tonight. For JMA Friday, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.